folks, how are you? And welcome to this class. Today we're going to talk about business and legal terms. I have selected a list of words that I think you might find very useful in situations where you have to deal with money, banking transactions, or even legal terms. So I have selected words like cash, money. Is there a difference between cash and money? Well, usually we talk about cash when we're talking about physical money, like the coin, the bill. So I paid cash. I paid cash, which means I paid with the physical money. But also we refer to money as virtual money. I have transferred some money to your banking account. So I'm talking about virtual money, not necessarily the physical money. So we have cash and money. When the situation where you have to pay for a service or a product and you have to give the money to deliver the money before getting the product or service. So we talk about this in a situation where we have to make prepayment, cash in advance, upfront payment, cash upfront. All the words in the square I have selected refers to pay, to give the money or to deliver the money before getting the service or the product. So I say, I made a prepayment to buy this product or to get the service. I made a down payment. Also, down payment is also very used. Cash in advance. I gave some cash in advance for that particular service or product. I made an upfront payment for this service or product. Cash upfront. You need to give me the cash upfront, which means you have to give me the money before getting the product or service. So all these words are very useful in a situation where you have to make a payment before getting the product or the service. So you have it. Also, in another situation, we have a loan and a guarantor. Sometimes when you're dealing with a very large amount of money, in order to buy a house, for example, you need to get a loan and also a guarantor. Or when you have to make high payments for rent, you need a loan. You go to the bank, you go to a financial institution, and the financial institution will ask you for a guarantor, someone who will guarantee the payments. So that's the role of a guarantor. This person or this company will guarantee the payments for you. So the bank will rely, will trust, you will pay, make right payments, make properly payments every month or every week. So also we have another situation here when you have a bill, and let's say you go to a restaurant and you order the bill, the check, and you want to split the bill, split the check, so you will share the bill with your friends. So I want to split the bill in 2 or 3 or 4, depending on the number of people in the restaurant. So let's split the bill, okay? So the bill will be shared among friends. So the bill or the check will be shared among friends. So we will split the bill and each one will pay a suitable amount of money for that bill or check, okay? Also you have installments. Sometimes you don't have all the money, so you have to pay, you ask someone, or you need to pay installments. Portions of the money. Parts of the money will be paid every month or every week or annually or monthly or weekly, depending on the agreement. You make installments, you pay installments, right? Make payments installments. So you will pay a portion of that money every week or every month or every year, depending on the negotiation, right? So in other situations where you have to make deposit payments, mostly talking about banking transactions. So I will make a deposit in my checking account or in my savings account. I will make a payment, issue a check. Usually you go to a bank, you open a checking account, also a savings account, and you make a deposit and you pay some bills, you make payments. You issue a check, so you can issue checks, you can send checks, you can write a check. Wire transfer is also a verb. You can wire transfer some money to someone or to a company in order to pay some for some product or service. You can also get a debit card or a credit card at the banking institution, right? So you can make transactions in your banking account, checking account or savings account. You will need debit card or credit card to pay bills or to make payments. Receipt. Usually you have a receipt when you purchase something, when you purchase a product or a service. You also get a receipt, which is a proof that you have made payments. So that's the receipt. Refund. When you are not satisfied, when you are not pleased with the product or service, usually they have a refund policy. We will talk eventually about policy in legal terms, but the refund policy means that you have some rules in order to get your money back. Okay? So when you're not satisfied, not pleased with the product or service, you might get a refund. Okay? So these are mostly banking terms or banking transaction words, vocabulary. Also we have policy. Policy is used as a rule or regulation of a particular place. For example, the policy of this company or the policy of this government, the policy of this agency. Everyone has a policy. The policy is like the particular rules for that particular situation, that specific situation, right? So that's what policy is all about. A statement. Let's talk about statement. I'm talking about statement in a legal term situation, but statement can also be used in a banking situation. When you have a statement of your transactions at the bank, for example, you made deposits, you have made deposits, you have made payments, and wire transferring, and now you need a statement to show you all the banking transactions. It can be used in a banking situation, but it can also be used in a legal situation where you have to go somewhere and make a statement or sign a statement or go to a police station and make a statement about a particular situation. Okay? So a statement is also very used in a legal situation. Rules. Rules is a kind of general, not formal situation. What are the rules of the house? What are the rules of the place? You can also find rules like what are the rules of your house? What are the rules of the club? What are the rules of this place? It's not so formal like policy, which is something that is formally agreed, but the rules are more informally agreed. But you have rules in your house. I bet you have rules in your household. Sue. Sue means you will sue someone. Sue like to start a lawsuit. When you start a lawsuit, it means you are suing someone. Usually you have the plaintiff and the defendant, or plaintiffs and defendants. Sue. I will sue this company because of this damage. I will sue this person because of battery. I will sue this one because of that. So sue, when you start a legal lawsuit, it's a sue. You are suing someone, okay? Okay, so we also have law and legislation. The law and the legislation, what is the difference? Law is it's more like a general term. The legislation could be a federal legislation or state legislation, the city legislation. The legislation, a particular legislation for that particular level of the government or the company, okay? Or a niche that it requires a special legislation. So the legislation is something more specific to deal with a situation when we're talking about legal terms. So you have the formal legislation. The law is more like a general term. The legislation is something particular to deal with a specific situation. So also we have warrant. When we're talking about products and services, we have a warrant. When we purchase some electronic product, for example, we have a warrant. But when talking about legal terms, the warrant could be something like issued by a judge, for example. The police might have a warrant to go to your place and to arrest someone, or to search your house requires a warrant. The warrant is something supported by the legal system of justice that will make sure they are doing something that is supported by the law, according to the law. They need a warrant to perform some kind of search or arrest. So this is what the warrant does. It supports that particular operation. Let's say a police operation or justice operation. So the warrant will make sure that's legal. So usually issued by a judge or by the system of justice, you have a warrant to perform some kind of act. So you have also a subpoena. Subpoena, you can use it as a verb. I will subpoena you, or I have a subpoena for you. The subpoena requires that someone will go to the court and will have to make a statement under oath. So that's what the subpoena does. The subpoena is like a requirement, like the system of justice is requiring that you go there to the courthouse and make a statement under oath. That's what the subpoena does. Let's see another situation. Let's say the police is investigating a crime, and you are indicted. Indicted, which means you have to go to the police station to make a statement about a specific situation or a crime. So that's what indict means. You are indicted to go to the police station to make statements. So you can also use the word indictment, as it comes from indict. So you are indicted means that you have to go to the police station to make a statement about a particular situation or a crime. So indictment, I have an indictment for you, which means you are going to be indicted. You have to go to the police station to make a statement about a particular crime or situation. Okay? You have charge in a banking situation where the bank charges some fee, some kind of fee to make wire transfer, for example. But in this situation, we're talking about charge. I will press charges against you, which means I will go to the police station, or I will seek the police authority, and I will press charges against you because of some situation or battery or something like that. So I will press charges because you violated the law, for example. So let's recap all the words we have explored. Repeat. Cash. All right. Money. The pronunciation is money.